Good morning. Welcome back to our time of coffee together. And we had a new book this week in the book of Proverbs for our time with coffee together. I don't know if we had hit Isaiah yet, maybe once before. We're going back to a book we've been to many times, the book of Romans. This time we'll be in chapter 12. We use this passage, and it's a good one, it's a classic. My translation refers to it as the marks of a true Christian. And lo and behold, can you believe what's first? Let love be genuine, hate what is evil, hold fast to what is good. Right away. What is a mark of a Christian? Someone who hates evil and holds fast to what is good. Hold fast requires some kind of endurance, you would think, too, right? Maybe holding on to good isn't always easy, especially living in the Romans, the capital of an empire that, well, there's a lot of weeds, shall we say, a lot of evil. Let's just finish the paragraph. It's a great passage. Love one another with mutual affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not lag in zeal. Be ardent in spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in suffering. Persevere in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints. Extend hospitality to strangers. Wow, we could do a whole 2 weeks on that. We might at some point. Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Do not claim to be wiser than you are. Going back to that Proverbs passage we had. Do not repay anyone evil for evil, but take thought for what is notable in the sight of all. If it is possible, as far as depends on you, live peaceably with all. Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave room for the wrath of God. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. If your enemies are hungry, feed them. If they are thirsty, give them something to drink. For by doing this, you will heap burning coals on their heads. Do not become overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. So you can see Paul is drawing on all of these discussions we've been having of good and evil. Right? It's in the background from the very beginning to the very end, and it's woven throughout. Right? The power of good can and will overcome evil. God will win. Maybe it's something, I know maybe it's something we don't feel like we need to say, but maybe we should. Jesus Christ is Lord, God will win. Don't lag in zeal. I love that. And of all these actions, he's giving us examples of things that are good and things to avoid which are evil, right? Rejoice in hope. Warn with others. Persevere in prayer. These are good things. Don't repay evil for evil. That's bad. And live in harmony. In peace. Don't be an agitator. Lots of good reason. Notice he leaves room there with Abel. Don't seek vengeance. Overcome evil with good. See, Paul does something here that's helpful for us. We've been talking about how to identify. He's giving us instructions of how to live it. Don't just identify evil and good. Live in the good. Or as he starts his passage with, right? Hold fast to what is good. Often good's going to be a tougher road. But we must hold fast to it. It's consistent with his other writings of running the race and other things like that. Such. What are things that are good that we do? What are the things we should avoid that are evil? I think there's power in naming that. Because it's so often, as we've talked about, it's hard to identify what is good and what is evil sometimes. There's a lot of gray area in there, right? So the things that we are certain, it's good to name those. It's good to live those. Because we can be an example for others. It's a time where, in our country, gotta love election years, everybody has something to say. Everybody is talking over each other. What would it look like if there was a group? Individually we're just part of the noise, truthfully. What if there was a group that held fast to what is good? Not for political reasons, not for other motives, but simply because our God has helped us recognize that these things are good. What would that look like? How powerful would that witness be, that gospel witness together? With our country, I'm reminded of the famous clause in the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And yes, there's problems with both the author of that statement and the document itself. However, think about how powerful that line is as it stood through the generations. And it was a faith claim. We hold these truths to be self-evident. This is good. All people are created equal. This is a good that has been identified by God, Imago Dei, as the theological construct, all made in God's image. What would it look like in 2020 for our witness in the national conversation? What should we be saying that we can agree, yes, these things are good, and those things are not? It's a conversation we should be having. Please, I look forward to hearing from you after the coffee kicks in, of course. Have a good one.